Hey, what's up guys? Trunkoso here, back at it again with another zombies video. I hope you're all having a good day so far. I know I am because today I learned of a new high round strategy on D Machine that got me to around 100 in only a few hours, and I couldn't believe how overpowered and simple this strategy actually is. Now, before I actually get into it, I want to make it crystal clear that this isn't my strategy whatsoever. I did not find this. I actually learned about this from another zombies YouTuber named Sulky118, who I'm sure there's a decent chance you might have seen his videos before. A lot of his content is dedicated to finding the best high round strategies on every zombies map, but he actually found this strategy from another guy named Obam AF. I'll put both their channel links in the description if you want to watch their videos too. So the knowledge of this strat is sort of a father's, brother's, nephew's, cousin's, former roommate scenario, but the reason I'm making a video on this strategy is because I want to be able to share it with as many people as possible before the new map Firebase Z comes out real soon, and in case they actually patch this spot, because it's pretty overpowered and it's also very easy to do. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So before you start your game, you need to make sure that you have the Ring of Fire field upgrade unlocked, and you have to use your Ethereum crystals to max it out to tier 3 if you haven't already. So just like the Nocturne Toad and Roof strategy, this one relies heavily on Ring of Fire in order to actually work at maximum efficiency, but once you have that equipped, you can start your game and begin playing. Now the second thing guys that you need to do is when you're going into the bunker at the start of the game to turn on power, you need to make sure that you don't actually buy the door on the left hand side that goes to Speed Cola, because if you do, the strategy will be messed up completely and you won't be able to do it. The reason why is that once you open that door, zombies will start to spawn from behind you, and it'll not only make the strategy a lot harder, but also it'll slow down your game tremendously. So what you need to actually do instead is go through the right side where Deadshot Daiquiri is and turn on the power through that route instead. But again, just keep in mind that whenever you buy the speed cooler route door, the strategy does not actually work. Alright, so really those are the only two things you'll need for the strategy. So next up, I would just recommend playing the game normally until about, I don't know, round 35 or round 40. When I say normally, I mean training and spawn with the gun of your choice. The reason I say this is because not only will you probably not have both the ray gun and the D shockwave in early round, but also because the strategy is a lot faster on the higher rounds. And to top it off, it wouldn't really hurt working on your gun zombie challenges for Dark Ether camo if you care about that. So in my opinion, that's probably the best way to do things because you can just be more efficient while you're playing. Okay guys, so at this point I think it's time to discuss how the strategy works. To summarize it, it's basically just a camping strategy in the speed cooler room where you're going to be standing on top of this thing next to the staircase at the back end of it, and the weapons you're going to be wanting to use are the ray gun and preferably the base version of the D shockwave that can shoot a thunder gun shot and also suck in the zombies. So when a round starts and the zombie starts spawning in and trying to get on top of the thing you're standing on, you're going to want to shoot your ray gun on the other end of the thing that you're standing on. Now, if you shoot at the other end, you won't take any splash damage, but the zombies will, and that's why this spot is so sick, because you're pretty much 100% safe from the zombies as long as you don't run out of ammo, or as long as you don't move off the thing you're standing on. So once you're out of ammo, you're getting close to having to reload, what you'll want to do is pop your Ring of Fire and either reload or keep shooting. Once you have your Ring of Fire activated, the fire surrounding you will kill a lot of the zombies, and therefore it'll make it safe for you to reload. Once you're done, you can keep shooting your ray gun without worrying about having to reload, because when you're in the ring, and if you have the tier 3 ability unlocked like I mentioned earlier, your ammo will be taken from your reserve count rather than your live magazine. And another thing you should try to do as soon as you activate the Ring of Fire is to switch to the D shockwave and spam it either by using the thunder gun shot or by using the jet gun ability of sucking in the zombies. This will help speed up the rounds tremendously and is very beneficial in situations where your ray gun ammo is low, or when you're in an uncomfortable situation you need a backup plan. Now, even though alternating between the ray gun and the shockwave is a pretty good strategy and usually helps conserve ammo for longer, there's definitely going to be times where you'll run out of ray gun ammo or in both wonder weapons, and this is a pretty dangerous situation because it means you'll have to leave the room mid-round to buy more ammo either from the crate below the pack-a-punch area or at the crate that's close to the plane wing as soon as you go up through the fast travel portal. Now, should said event happen, what I would recommend doing is wait for a few more zombies to spawn in, and as soon as they start to mantle up to your spot, I would just hop over the railing ASAP, blast any zombies that are in your way with the shockwave, and make a dash either for the fast transport portal dead ahead, or turn right towards the pack-a-punch room and there's a crate at the bottom where the Krieg Wabai is, and both ways are good choices because they both lead to ammo, obviously, but if you want to go with the safer route, I would take the fast transport portal route instead, that goes up to the plane wing. But once you have your ammo, I'd run it back through the bunker to the pack-a-punch room and into the speed cooler room, and as fast as you can, hop back onto your spot to continue the strategy. Alright guys, the last thing I need to mention, I'm sure you're probably wondering, well Trunk, what about the boss? So the Megaton, believe it or not, is actually very easy to deal with in this strategy, and for a very good reason. So whenever he spawns in, he always enters through the window to your left behind the speed cooler machine. But what's crazy is that he won't actually enter the map until you get off your spot by either dropping onto the table behind you or onto the floor. You can use this to your advantage because technically you can control when he actually comes into the map to try to kill you. So what I like to do is when I can see that I have a Ring of Fire charge available, I'll quickly step off of my spot onto the table behind me, but immediately get back on, and this will allow him to enter through the barrier. While he's coming in, I'll turn to him and I'll spam my ray gun at him, and because of the Ring of Fire and its damage boost, you can actually kill this guy very fast, and if you're paying extra attention to him, you can actually take out his split versions too with one Ring of Fire charge. Now, admittedly, this can be hard to do sometimes. You're not always going to be able to kill them at once, so if you split them in half but you can't kill the halves, then I would clear a path with the shockwave and once again leave through the fast travel portal. Run towards an open area like spawn, you can kill the rest of the Megaton there. And once again, just run back to the speed cooler room and get back onto your spot and continue the strategy. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all there is to it. Overall, it's pretty easy to do as long as you're organized and you know what you're doing. The boss and the ammo runs can be a bit stressful, but they really aren't that big of a deal most of the time. Using this strategy is also a really good way to rank up fast if you want to rank up, especially during double XP. And you can sort of flex on your friends saying that you got to around 100, but then again, it's not really that hard to do this, so maybe it isn't a flex. I don't know, I'll let you guys decide in the comments, but once again, I'm going to be leaving links in the description to Sulky118 and Obam AF's channels because they are the guys that actually brought this awesome strategy to my attention, so be sure to check out their videos on this as well. So with all that said, if you guys could do me a favor and drop a like on this video if you found it interesting or helpful, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications, it would be greatly appreciated. And I'm still waiting for the new Zombies DLC to come out on, I believe, February 4th, so as soon as that drops, I'm probably going to be uploading videos on the map Firebase C, and any other content that comes along with it, so stay tuned for that. So until next time, guys, this is Trunk signing out. Adios.